So this question says rectangle ABCD is similar to rectangle EFGH. I'm going to pause there. I'm going to say this is a plug-in picture question, which means I should draw the rectangles out for myself. I should also label those rectangles. So I'm going to label ABCD. I'm going to also draw a rectangle here and label it E, F, G, and H. The question goes on to say the area of rectangle ABCD is 648 square inches. I'm going to just put 648 inside to represent the area. It goes on to say the area of rectangle EFGH is 72 square inches. I'm going to put a 72 inside. Then it says the length of the longest side of rectangle ABCD is 36 inches. Let me just use a different color. Say, okay, that means that this is 36. Okay, so if I know the area is 648, and I know that the way you find the area for a rectangle is length times width, and I know the length is 36, then I can make this equation. 648 equals 36 times the width. And from there, I can calculate the width by dividing both sides of this equation by 36. And I go to my calculator, then I see that 648 divided by 36 is 18. So now I know that this width here is 18. Okay, so then what's the question go on to say? It says the longest side is that, 36. Okay, the next sentence, what is the length in inches of the longest side of rectangle EFGH? So the longest side of rectangle EFGH, I don't know, so I don't know really anything about EFGH except for the area is 72. I, of course, still know that the area here, just like the area before, is length times width. But I don't know length, I don't know width, I just know that this 72 is what I want. So what am I missing? What information was provided that I haven't used yet? Well, this word here is similar. So the fact that these rectangles are similar means that their side lengths are proportional. So I'm going to use that information in this way. Rectangle ABCD shows me that the length is 2 times the width, right? So L is equal to 2W, which means if rectangle EFGH is similar to rectangle ABCD, it should also have a length that is 2 times its width. So I'm going to use that to create this new equation to say, well, that means 72 is equal to, instead of length, I'm going to call it 2 times the width. That's my new length, right? Because I know that that's the ratio that I want. And then times the actual width. So that becomes 72 equals 2W squared. I can divide both sides by 2 here. I get, let's just go down here for more space. I get 36 equals W squared. And then if I square root both sides, I get 6 is equal to W, which would mean 6 is the width, but that would also mean that 12 must be the length because I know that the length is 2 times the width. And that's true, right? 12 times 6 is 72. 12 is 2 times the length, the width, I'm sorry. And therefore, I'm going to choose C as my correct answer here. We could have also used plug-in answers for this question as a strategy, where we just plug in 4 for the length and test out, like in that case, if 4 were the length, the width would have to be 18, because 18 times 4 is 72, so that's why that would not work. If 9 were equal to the length, then the width would have to be 8, because 9 times 8 is 72, but 9 is not 2 times 8, right? Again, we're trying to maintain this ratio. So that's why that would not work. So using plug-in answers, if I said that 12 was equal to the length, that would make W have to equal 6. And in that case, again, we see that the length is 2 times the width, which is why using plug-in answers, we'd confirm that that's the right answer as well. And then if we wanted to try 36, if we said 36 was equal to the length, that would mean W, or the width, would have to equal 2 in order for the area to be 72. And once again, 36 is not 2 times the width here, and that's why that one's gone. So 2 different ways. Whatever one you choose is perfectly fine. I kind of like plug-in answers because it tells you where to go. But this way of kind of simplification and creating an equation also works.